Grand Rising and welcome to my channel. This morning we are going to talk about Eleanor Roosevelt. Who was she really? Do you believe in silent power? A lot of people in this world have and hold silent power that normal people don't know about. Just because you are not exactly known for all of the things that you've done in your life doesn't mean that you can still not accomplish them, especially when you are doing God's work. So if you are a curious cat like myself, stick around because your girl G is serving the tea. So today we are going to talk about Eleanor Roosevelt beyond her role as First Lady. So it was examined that behind the scenes she had exercised power without a throne. Why her legacy functions as moral and structural authority rather than symbolic influence. The public mask is that Eleanor Roosevelt is commonly remembered as a compassionate First Lady, humanitarian, and advocate for the poor. While accurate, this framing minimizes the scale of her influence as public narratives often portray her as supportive rather than directive, adjacent to power rather than shaping it. Parallel power structure. Behind the scenes, Eleanor Roosevelt operated as a parallel authority within the Roosevelt administration. She maintained independence, pressed access, wrote a daily syndicated column, and traveled extensively to inspect prisons, hospitals, labor camps, and marginalized communities, often without the White House approval. This positioned her as an unfiltered conduit between the public and executive power, bypassing traditional political gatekeeping. Moral intelligence of the administration is that Franklin D. Roosevelt governed through strategy and political compromise, while Eleanor Roosevelt governed through conscience. She challenged policies internally, delivered uncomfortable truths, and advocated for groups of the administration who could not publicly prioritize without political risk. Witness rather than ruler. Eleanor Roosevelt did not seek domination or public command. Her authority functioned through witnessing documentation, persistence, and refusal to disengage. She absorbed suffering, translated it into language policymakers who could not ignore, and held her power accountably without attempting to replace it. Private life and self sovereignty. After the collapse of her marriage as a romantic partnership, Eleanor Roosevelt did not retreat. Instead, she reclaimed autonomy, formed deep intellectual and emotional bonds, and expanded her public role. Her power was not derived from her husband's position, but from her own ethical clarity and endurance. She made her own image. No man, no name made her who she truly, truly was, how people truly adored her and saw her as. Post First Lady Ascension. After, um, after Franklin Roosevelt's death, Eleanor Roosevelt entered her most influential phase. As chair of the United Nations Human Rights Commission, she became the primary architect of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, embedding human dignity into international law. Her true identity was distilled. Eleanor Roosevelt was not a ceremonial figure nor a supportive accessory to power. She was a sovereign conscious operating within empire, refusing the throne yet reshaping the system itself. Her authority was quiet, relentless, and impossible to erase. This is a part two. So if you would like, stick around, come back to my channel and let's do a part two because a lot of people don't like to see videos more than 10 minutes. I am guilty of that sometimes. So you can always, times two the speed, if anything. So come back for a part two. I'll see you there. I love you.